We still ain't did, I think the last 3 things.
About 100,000?
Okay.
Is that what you're talking about?
I'm talking about the last 3 things we took out of the box. I think one was like go to a Home Depot.
We did that.
Free. No, we did not. Go to a Home Depot workshop.
I got the materials, I think so. I'm sure we did that. We didn't do that.
I was 100% didn't do that. And then we were supposed to do origami.
I vaguely remember doing the, yeah, it was like was it with Ezra and another person?
Well, it wasn't me.
Maybe it was just a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to check it up on the live and it's acting stupid.
I saw a birdhouse somewhere.
I'm glad. Hey, remember that one time? Did we ever go
Maybe I did.
to?
I think I set that up.
I remember it like coming up as an opportunity.
Yeah. But it was for y'all to go. I think that may have been before. And maybe we had the opportunity to all go. We just didn't think about it at the time. If that card had already been pulled. That is really. Six Flags in a different state. We got ambitious and pulled one from like I think it was, I don't know. You know, I should wrote it down. I think it was like maybe $1,000. I think it was something like that. And honestly, inflation. Maybe some of those might be a little off now. Maybe that was in the 500. I gotta read
I think we're in business now.
Like how they're in there.
Yeah, I think we're in business.
But I know they all have.
Let's double check.
Colors.
What's going on?
It was saying
Okay. We're live.
Nice gesture. I mean, you put some time into it. You can tie this one. And you know, that's the same thing. And yet, I know what I know and I learned what I learned. And I continue to learn. What I know. And it's a rocking chair. And it's a rocking chair.
So bam bam bip bop bow.
Oh wait, no.
All right. So this is the market of Observanalysis for the week. June 5th, 2025, baby. Turn my mic up.
I would say I would give it a range.
And
Oh, you think that our
look at the market.
allocation would be different by about 25,000?
Okay, I would say I would give it a range between 50 and 25.
Looking at a few other things too, though.
I think honestly, I could probably stand on business at 25,000.
Maybe hour.
Like, I think I can stand on business. I don't even have to give it a range. I think the difference, everything else will be the same.
All right.
That'll take it to the
So, as we go through this deal, I'm just going to talk through basically what I'm thinking as I'm observing each of these. And then if something pops up that grabs my attention, obviously I'll zoom in on it or whatever to see if it might make sense to take advantage of it. Like this one here might be worth looking at. So let's just check it out. Check it out here. So what I'm looking at where these candles where their highest points are. So this one is 407. See the highest? 406, 404. And then I'm looking at this pricing here. And I want it to, it's actually a little bit past our point. The threshold is very safe. But I want it to go to 2. And then kind of stair step away from that. So as you can see, it's at 0.9, 110, 0.7. So it's currently lower than what I would allow for the income getting product that I'm looking to add to my inventory. But what I'm keeping tabs on is really how the market behaves too.
So you want me to tell you the first feature?
So what we're going to do
the first feature that you have.
we're just going to make a little box.
What you gonna do?
We're going to see how consistent the market is in staying within one zone.
Okay. Yeah.
What I like to do is actually, we're going to start this too.
Definitely silver.
Let's see if I can draw.
Probably some type of water system,
Where's my draw thing?
real estate. Stocks.
Alright, so that's 1. We're going to make 12
Digital
please,
currency.
eventually. See what the market's, break down what the market's doing.
Business, learning, children, and I would say
That's
like
about
the
two
little
categories.
stuff. I would say the little stuff would be like cars,
Now, whenever we get bored of this,
debt.
I will kind of go back and forth. We'll go
Then maybe like
ChatGPT, ask it some questions.
I would say create some type of
I downloaded the, or finally subscribed to the paid version. So, not the super bougie version, but the
Well,
$1 a
we
month
were
one.
definitely thinking
And
about something different.
it's already kind of paid
But
off.
only because I think I could have
What I've been looking at
put
lately
the
is
question together.
how to contract properly, competently, how to dissect the contract, how to use negotiable instruments, how to enforce your law, how to enforce your rights and all that. And
Did you tell me that?
ChatGPT has been very helpful
No,
with
no,
that.
no,
So
no, no.
I also like to use it for visual masterpieces. The last time I made something I thought was kind of cool. Different versions of it. Yeah.
What I had thought.
So we might as well run with that.
That even led me to the whole comedy first
So in this case, you'll see me draw
was that, you know, all these different shirts,
position change.
you know, these are shirt companies that all
Now position can change,
some random term, but it was
but just because the position changes doesn't
There was
mean
another one of those.
that it's confirmed to be in that good position.
This is a very excellent fabric.
But this is a position change,
Excellent fabric that
obviously,
is like
because
an
we
artsy
see the market
contrast,
move
but also
from
like
this sell position
very well
this
placed word.
buy position.
grab your attention.
It hasn't confirmed that it's going to stay in the buy position.
I had
As
that
a matter
word.
of fact, it's still showing some loyalty to the sell position. But the range of movement for this binary includes two positions, which is this sell position here
Oh,
and
yeah.
this buy position here.
We should.
So we have two positions that's touching. Let's look right here. We can see the highest point is 421, which is past the midpoint between
Oh, industry.
this line and this line. So we're really being real technical here. That one, that
No, I
421
was talking about what industry
is technically
what industry
this
or industries
position. So
would
you
your
see that
capital
three
go to?
positions that's touching. That's one.
Well, I had to add that or industries.
It moved here,
It te-
which is
All
a
of
buy
that,
position.
everything I just said, but it would just be those companies that
And then it started here in this sell position. So that's three positions. And each position for the euro dollar at least is 10 micropips. So
factors that you had listed. About 8 of them that you had
we can
listed.
see that the market
There was 8 industries.
started where it ended, but between the start and the end, it touched a total of 3 positions. One being right here,
That is a category.
2 being right here,
Trade.
and 3 being just right here. Touched it. Didn't show any commitment to it, but it touched it. So nothing for us to really
I said,
care for. But we have plenty of time to see how the market develops.
Yes,
That's
I
what
agree.
the point of this exercise is just to see how the market develops and see if the market develops into something that we can take advantage of and add to my inventory for income building products. I'm keeping everything transparent for everyone. You can see my balance right here.
You
And
did say.
you'll see that grow slowly.
It was like 8 of them.
I've been growing this account for about a year.
silver.
And started it with $100. A couple trades. Usually get a trade once a month, but I think now, moving forward, I'm probably gonna increase the frequency of effort. Because I've been doing this real passively, but I think I'm getting a little more active there.
That's so broad and vast. All the industries that's in there.
Bitcoin.
Oh, cool.
I mean, that's just like synonymous with gold. Because
All right, so
that's exactly
make a new box.
how it flows.
That's how they
And
position.
we'll see how this binary
Right, and that's
develops.
exactly what it is.
I'm just gonna keep it just like that. Actually, no.
And then the first thing they don't know
Just
is
like that.
stupid Bitcoin.
So we're gonna,
Because
with each new
all
box,
the
we're just
stupid
gonna make the
people,
screen a little
that's
bit
all they
smaller.
know. Oh, you thought some of that
Until it gets to
Bitcoin?
zoom in.
Like, do you need cryptocurrency?
And when we zoom in, that means that we're looking at a potential setup.
Are you saying like Bitcoin as a coin? Oh, I don't know about that. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Check something out.
Yeah.
But
One industry that I would definitely have in that, I guess more so just the specification, would be one of these individuals.
Okay, so meanwhile, we'll just wait until the timer tells us to go back
That's why I
up
said
the
more of a
screen.
specification, because you
But,
did already cover the,
Create a visual masterpiece, is that what
and I
you're
just put in a little asterisk, in this category, I would just, no. You did a comprehensive, yours was comprehensive. When you had, it was so comprehensive that in my kind of being a little bit higher short-term memory, I had at some point like, man, and then you just started talking about the kids and the, yeah,
making no chat.
and so I'm like, what are we talking about here? Then that's where
Haven't thought of it yet. I want to kind of see how this develops.
we'll try to talk along with kind of like
Like a joke.
almost like a jolt or a shiver. A jolt or a shiver. Like
Oh, kind of like a hood.
yeah. I don't have to do it. Like I can just keep myself totally composed. It's almost like a.
I like how this is developed.
It's almost like a.
That's it.
The only problem here is that this pricing here
It's a tick.
is already past our threshold.
But you can also.
We don't have any cushion. So you see how this strike is at 1441.
That's something that just kind
There's
of
an imaginary
Well,
zero
I think
here.
in truth, I think it's
So
somewhere
these two have been right on the strike.
associated with that. To
I'm
me,
still
it
taking
is
a look at it,
it is
see what's
an
going on.
expression of some form of dissonance.
See what's up. It's still giving us that
Yeah.
2 range, so I do like that.
Like,
See how that pricing went up to 4, so that's indicative
what do you call it?
of the market moving up. Now, if it goes 14411, that means that this there it goes right there. So it's going to touch 1411. It should, based on the way that this pricing moved.
it's like
It's not showing us
amount
any
of time that I've
no
been
conviction.
working on
So we
reconstructing
wouldn't be interested in this one as a trade because it's
deprecative.
too iffy in either direction.
Yeah,
And
deprecative.
on top of that,
of the
before the pricing just disappeared, it didn't stair step it in
the
certain
self-deprecating
direction. Now it's doing it, but so it links to that.
is in the form of this such a repentance, like a repentance. Yeah, yeah. And I'm like, I'm just keep on, I'm just not, it just keeps on,
All right, let's see what the chat has.
Because that's a part of
I'm gonna read you guys some. I'm gonna read you guys some literature here.
subscription.
Security control instruments. When the creditor issues an
And
instrument
as
and the
I
recipient
move
disowns it, the creditor doesn't complain. They file a
working
lien.
to move
Commercially, it's not
away,
emotional, it's
through,
not a
over,
threat.
and by,
It's perfect.
past, and
Documented claim
or
backed by law to
balance it
notice.
better with my overall.
And this is exactly
I
what we
believe
want to
that
do when
the,
someone dishonors their instrument, breaches a private agreement, or defaults on
Intellect that I have as a person
perfect
is connected to my different emotions.
statement of volume.
And there is like an inherent sense
Let's
of
make our new box.
certain, I guess,
If you're wondering,
responses or whatever.
reading in the background is this.
Getting
Just showing you how to
amounts of
perform on your instruments.
feedback,
It's something
because
that
of circumstances.
working on in
And
the
the
background.
circumstances
I won't tell
have
you too
gotten
much about it, but
feedback
definitely
that
worth a
have
study.
been self-deprecative in nature. They've been accurate, they've been with goodness in intent. Like, I want to do good from this. I'm, chiseling at the, like that, chiseling at the big self. But sometimes, you're intent plus.
Yeah. And I just thought of this thought, but I think it's a good thought, is that the Grand Canyon was created over time, water.
Yeah.
And just over time, it made
Legal
those
support for your claims.
beautiful
See
mountains
9.2
gorgeous
defines a security interest as a claim against property for performance or payment.
in shapes and valleys.
UCC 9609 allows for enforcement of a security interest after default.
Yeah,
So
that's
I think
amazing.
it doesn't have to be a
UCC
chisel.
1201, secured party may enforce rights without the judicial process if agreed by
Would you like to
250 days
look
of
at this
office.
like shirt?
You notice them?
That would be the $500. What if you can only choose one thing, right now, do it right now, stop tomorrow.
I think it is some areas.
Secretary of State.
That'd be like,
Party may default to security.
Yeah, I thought you were not serious at all.
No, I was.
You were like kind of like joking, talking.
I told you I was hanging out with myself earlier, and that before the thought came up, and I said the idea, and then I hyped me up, and then in that hyping me up, just like if you were to pick something, and I'd be like, "Girl, what's your ass gonna?"
All right, so in this case, we really don't have anything that we're looking at. Lowest point touched this strike, and when the strike is touched, it represents the sell side of that strike. So that means that this is technically in two positions, technically in three positions. This sell position, this buy position, this long wick has ventured into this buy position, and then the very bottom of this wick touches the beginning of this sell position. So it's touched three positions. The pricing on either side of this trade,
like a habit
call it a trade or binary, doesn't show anything favorable, so you would just leave it alone.
Well, you know, it's
Thing
been
I
a
like
while
about it
since
in
I
terms
have
of
it ain't got a while,
market
it's
behavior
kind of a little while.
is
But that's
consistently
something that I can do. It's a
here.
quality.
Doesn't mean that it's going to continue to do that, but it's showing me that that's what it's been doing. And so when it gets into a position that is closer to the wall
Do I
of
like
the
to
front
eat?
that I'm looking to accumulate,
That is true.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
then I already know that based off of this,
yeah. Do I want to eat? I mean, I
we could have a
could.
good opportunity.
Do I like to eat? Of course.
But nothing's come up yet, so
Overboard.
just gonna keep it moving.
What are you trying to go to?
Duplicate this.
Of course I like to eat. I don't like to have to eat.
I do. I can live.
You like to have to eat?
I also do enjoy like the flavor palette. So that's also a way.
I mean, I guess I would. I mean, it would make sense to have to eat. What you have the option?
Yeah, I want to. I enjoy it.
Hold on.
Especially when the food is
Oh, healthy good. Oh, yeah.
that's my favorite type of food.
See, that's another thing. I think branding. I don't know if branding and marketing is a good company to invest like $500,000 still, but trademarking / motherfucking, you know, intellectual property type company. And you can just put copyrights on these like shirts, and you know what I'm saying? And some, or all of them, could be in either one of the companies that invested in you, or you invested in, or there's some vested interest for the person buying it somehow, somewhere.
But I think some of these ideas still need like some type of input, you know, like.
Okay.
But that's what I was thinking about reading of the mind,
Yeah.
and just kind of going over some ideas that have already we have a whole list of ideas.
No girly ideas allowed, right?
Now we got all kinds. Now, yeah, I'm gonna start another bucket for the ideas that we created. That's what it's really all about. Is just having
I'll do my Spanish real
Man,
quick.
I miss
support.
the excitement that I had starting a cat flow, a cash flow, a cash flow.
Feliz fin de semana.
Cash flow. Oh, don't anybody want to play with me?
Yo quiero ropa cómoda.
I remember one time we played something called we were going through a scenario. This happened, this happened. Or maybe somebody actually got it, I forgot. But it was like 1.2. It just went on forever. You remember that?
Yes. playing the game on the tablet, or we playing?
It was the tablet.
And
Yeah.
we played for damn, like,
We played for
Oh,
weeks, months.
hold
I
on.
think at least weeks.
Oh, it's like it's trying to come to my frontal lobe. But I remember the apartment that
Yeah.
you were in.
Now, that was we were in that apartment.
We didn't live in that apartment.
This was when we were in that apartment.
Okay,
with the
so-
sliding door,
Nothing here.
with that sunroom. River Oaks.
No, River Hills.
No, it's
River Hills is about
but then we lived in that apartment twice.
it. Yeah, we went
What
on
was the second address?
Nothing here.
1724.
Not the address.
50.
The street.
Oh, I thought it was
River Hills was the second.
yeah, River Hills.
The second one. We had to walk across that bridge. Who lived on the-
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can describe it. I'm just that fool. That was
Not
a
that
big ass baby.
Not that apartment, but the apartment that lived before that. Son.
Lien on a dishonoring seller. What's
First
that
name.
mean?
They lived the both of the streets and then lived in them.
Seller or title company
It's not.
who offer to purchase a home using a private trust issued eventual instrument. Seller or title company ignores it. You send notices of default and default. You remain silent. You report a UCC
Think about it,
financing statement
because
naming it as
like
the
what-
debt. You claim collateral equal to the property's value plus damages.
But what I thought at the time was a little, I guess, ambitious and maybe.
Plus damages, you hold the lien, the company perfected your claim, you're in a position to review worst ownership or retain possession. Guess what? You can't sell, transfer, or rent title until your lien is resolved. Lien versus illicit lawsuit goes to court. The lien goes straight to the record.
That part like that.
The lien says, this person owes me, I have
So
proved
like there's
the
still
process.
times, Josh.
I now claim a secured interest in that property until they make it right.
Still is.
Wow.
Also, phone age.
So the lien route, let me stay focused.
That
As a
always
secured
helps
party, you are not asking, you are declaring a documented commercial relationship.
You know, when you live through more time,
How
the more you
practice
grow,
always
naturally.
perfect. Always value commercial liens where you've already perfected your
Are you
commercial
familiar with
security.
Dodge performance notes?
That's what you used to see when trust balance on the record. This
You
puts
heard that term before the bank?
reinforces your primary
Sounds
jurisdiction.
like something like a money market.
Claim the lien, now let's talk about how the assets get closed to the financial
Well, I guess
institution.
that would, a money market is not a note.
Active and enforcing.
So if it's a non-performing note, then it's only a,
You send
like
notice
a
to
hard
the bank
for
title
cash,
office, notice the public official
not
liability,
for cash that you wanna grow.
notice
It's
the
not
fraudulent
performing.
conversion,
They just keep it in there for
your security
just, I guess, short-term
payment
savings or
system.
something. Or if it's a note, then it probably has to be in there for some years.
Here's how what the enforcement of you don't get a commercial notice, then the system
But it
freezes
just sounds like
itself.
it's not
Why? Because
performing.
once a bank, title company, member, or government
Or
agent
maybe it's just breaking.
receives property as a valid commercial claim, they are on record.
I don't know if they have it at PNC.
Or institutionally.
I'm sure they deal with it.
Out of investment.
Construction.
Yeah.
So I would have to ask.
These notices make it difficult, or excuse me, official.
So why would someone want to do that?
Well, supposedly, you can get the monthly for non-performing notes, mortgage, somebody didn't pay on the damn workload, something like that. And like, for what the guy says,
So this one started
3
here,
pennies on the dollar,
but it's,
and then reactivate, get the, basically pay the note for,
listen,
or have the note paid for X amount of time, like a couple of months, 3 months, he says. and the credit bureaus take it all. Something to that effect. Something to that effect. It was like, what you say? Let me remember what I said.
Okay, so this is a good example.
Oh yeah, no, don't do that.
You were talking about the credit bureau and taking it off.
Okay, that part,
Market's
maybe I
kind of
didn't
sticking
say that.
with this area
Go
here.
before that.
This is where it's been.
Oh yeah, so the non-performing notes,
Wow.
those are the notes that,
That.
those are from mortgages and
Take a look
such
at the potential sale.
that have not been
They
paid.
don't have a solid barriers.
And the idea is to get them reactivated, and I'm probably using the wrong word by saying reactivate. I don't even actually think it's,
Paying the taxes.
something.
Pay the taxes off and then you own that property.
Well, that's, I know what you're talking about, but that's not what's being described in this function here.
Be
A little bit
active.
too late on the draw for that.
Yeah, what I'm basically, it's, what's that book? Something from Babylon. Kindest Man from Babylon or something like that. Richest Man from Babylon. Have you read that book? Basically paying your debts back, showing that you're getting back to paying your debts back. So in this case, you get this debt that hasn't been paid back, it hasn't been performed on, and you get it for pennies on dollars, 3 cents on the dollar type ass.
Yeah.
And then once you show that it can be repaid, it can be, like it can be because it is current. That's what, that is a huge, like, pump to the value of that note in the market. At which point you can just sell for X amount of dollars instead of pennies. These are products often sold to your institutionals and such. Oh, absolutely. Of course. Because, yeah, definitely. If you have mortgages and credit cards, you have notes.
Now that
If
you
you
have
have
invested in them.
your notes, yeah, hell
You
yeah.
invest in them. Like you got that.
Are we gonna watch this movie or are we talking today? Or am I gonna get sad?
You brought up the $500.
Oh, yeah.
We're actually still talking about it.
Oh, you're right. What is that? Yeah, you're right. I just
Oh, my house is on. Is that the last piece? That's a lot.
Well, I've had this, so this is the second
Yeah, I
piece.
got it. Is that a clean bottle?
What?
Is that a clean bottle?
Yeah. You know what? Because I had filled a bottle up, and that was the bottle I filled up because you already had a bottle in that water.
Let's take a look at the other ones.
Oh, yeah.
That one's no good.
Oh,
That one was pretty good.
especially when I go for a country just as you can.
I mean, they tell that can't be a U.S. institution.
Oh,
It's probably not making sense.
And the Cherokee, right?
Well, maybe it is.
that's so damn good.
We don't need to get too far away from this.
That's so damn good, I'll have another one.
You got no?
No, I would. I would if I didn't think it was.
No, now it's touching the strike, so we can't touch it.
That's what's going on. Yeah, okay, so,
Yeah, no. I'd be more interested in the Bible itself.
What's that? What's that?
from where?
No confidence. Ooh, I like this. All right, well.
Are you serious, kid? You're a dead teacher, for Christ's sake. Uh-huh.
Oh, what is that? Jeez.
That's the thing,
Anyway, let's see what ChatGPT has. Let's see. Let's create an image. Is there such a symbol?
What are you gonna do?
There's no universally accepted ancient symbols.
Huh.
Various symbols. Okay, solid circle. I like that one. 190 volts. Enzo. Taking a look back and forth with this deal. So this one's like right in the middle. Right in the middle of these two positions.
Cover yourself.
So this position here, it goes from here all the way up.
Look at
So right there. And then this position goes from here all the way down to right there. And so these positions here, it's like right in the middle. So it's out of range currently because it's right in the middle. Now it's moving up, but it hasn't established itself on the sell side position of this strike. So we just keep it moving. Okay, let's see. Let's create a mechanical watch. Let's design a mechanical watch that focuses on the now instead of showing numbers. This and those numbers. Each hour is produced our best version of the now cycle. Solid circle. All right, let's take a look and see what they got. Use the Dang, I'm getting kind of sleepy. All right, let's give that a shot. Guess we gotta let it load for a little bit. Let's take a look at the market. Still moving in one zone. It's just trying to get there. This one looks pretty good, actually. I like that fact that this has touched the same spot in the market. Let's give it some time. Take a little nap, huh? I'm getting sleepy. Okay. All right, let's take a look and see.
What we gonna do with this? Nope. Right in the middle of that zone again. Give it a little new square. Yeah, I'm gonna take my master bedroom. Got a couple more, 3 more. Yeah. Yeah, this ain't gonna do nothing. I'm about to take my ass to bed. I'm just sleeping. Yep, that's it. Yeah, well, there's some things. I mean, there's some. You know,
You go and then I go.
let's. You know, it'd be kind of funny. This would be kind of funny and fun to do. Now, I probably wouldn't do it right now, but we get some boba straws and have an actual spitball. Well, there's some things. I mean, there's some. You know,
You go and then I go.
Let's. You know, it'd be kind of funny. This would be kind of funny and fun to do. Now, I probably wouldn't do it right now, but we get some boba straws and have an actual spitball. Oh wait, hold on. Just
Nothing here.
work with me now. Work with me now. It's flavored paper.
Started here. This is
And
1,
the
2,
spitball.
3, 4 positions, 5 positions that it's touched.
See, what you think, what you're thinking is that I'm thinking, you think that I think the taste of the paper is what I'm worried about. That's what you think. I'm thinking. I'm thinking about, oh, the paper's gonna taste nasty. But that's not,
Yeah, man.
right?
I'm over here falling asleep.
That's not
We'll
wrong.
call it tonight. What you think?
When I was